Good morning, at the midweek edition of Epic Sports. We come to you right here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM this morning. Me will bring Epic Sports to you this morning. My name is Mohamed Tobikago. And of course, with midweek edition can always be something we bring to you conversational because the next day we let's chat. So today on the program this morning, we can look at why Sierra Leonean footballers we're going to get more of Sierra Leonean players than rare. For you see, plenty Sierra Leonean players will be featured in the top 6 European leagues. This is a conversation where we want to bring today, and we know they can talk against any player, but we just want to know the reason and how could we improve from that area there for we get more players will be featured in the top 6 European leagues. For on the side we could get from coaches from coaching perspective, and we also could get from a football agent and a football administrator perspective. From the coaching perspective, we go talk to Kendall Decker, and from the football administrator perspective, we will talk to the former youth football coordinator Almami Courage Conte. We will be live with we in the studios. This now with two guests there we will get for this conversation. Why are Sierra Leonean players rare for will be featured in the top 6 European leagues? After the break, these are the conversation we will bring to you this morning.
OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1xBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 1,233 spins. On to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals Plus 1, 2, 3 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet. 1xBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons. Plus 1, 2, 3 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet. 1xBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons. Plus 1, 2, 3 spins. One to play, fast to win. 1xBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons. Plus 1, 2, 3 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
Welcome back from the very short break this morning. You listen to it live on 99.3 FM, and we get a very an important topic, because now we don't see the competitiveness in the league, in as much as I'm not going to go deep into the Salon Premier League, but I'm going to talk about go definitely one for take the reality that say the first phase of the league they can't done so. We not see area we get for deal with teams winning matches at table, and so we will shortly be joined by with two guests them, as we go talk to Kendall from the United States, and we will get Almami Courage Conte will join me in the studio shortly, in respect of so you just have to understand that there is a 5 hour difference between Salon and we get to the talk to what spare for we the time in most cases follow we talk about this issue. So it gets is a football is a match analyst. He's a football analyst. So he analyze the game, not so like when you get pundits them but where they analyze players, again comprehensive stats of players. So we also do in that case, so we get a couple of in stats we do. We get for ask how we come about, and before get the stats done. But he said shortly we could cross over to Ram now, because we also get Mano don't give a technical assistant in the studio who is DJ Wonder, and so Insef Tom able for. And then Chelsea we forget we guess very good out there. So we also go be joined by Almami Courage Conte shortly in the studio. So Kendall, if you said for we hope you get real loud and clear from your end. All right, so yes, Kendall, it gets real loud and clear now from your end, no so?
Yes, yeah, I get you.
All right, so let's start the show shortly in a short while, as we definitely go can look at this issue. It is not a hidden secret. But good morning and welcome to the midweek edition of Epic Sports. Good morning from we end.
Good morning.
All right, so we look at this conversation, and again we shortly again go be joined by the former youth football coordinator. Well, I could definitely try for ask him if he's still the youth football coordinator of the former football coordinator, but he just don't join we in the studios, so myself I'm going to listen. So well, I just quickly we man in the studio, DJ Wonder, they also try to give some helping hand. But Coach, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Toby. Good morning, listeners.
All right, so I want to start with from a coaching perspective, Kendall. We not see too much of Sierra Leonean players where they play in the top 6 European leagues, like be featured in week out in the top 6 leagues in the world. From a coaching perspective, where do you think we're not able to reach it? Which trajectory, if we say we're not reach it, why we're not able to see more Sierra Leonean players that be featured in the top 6 across Europe?
there are various factors that contributed to this reality. Um, so first, I would say infrastructure, lack of infrastructure, and that pretty much include not just facilities. That also include academy, lack of academies in the country, like youth youth football academies, lack of lack of like a development system, like a youth development system coming from like the FA. Just pretty much lack of opportunities and access for kids and for play and develop their skills. So when you don't have those type of systems in place, it's difficult for you for produce talent, and then you will always have you will always produce talent um, of that caliber there once in a while, like once every decade. So Juma Ba, for example, is is the player that we have produced for this current era. And prior to Juma Ba, who I think you have to go all the way back to Rodney Strasser,
What
I
about
think.
Poboski? Poboski said play for Celtic. Celtics, I think you go refer to Scotland. In the case, let's include Scotland League in this conversation. At least let's just broaden the scope of the conversation.
Yes, Scottish League, but that's not top six. So Scottish League maybe top 10, but you can put on there, but still, that's very, very few. Even if you put Poboski in there, that's still very, very few. And prior to Poboski or Rodistrasa, you have to go all the way to Keule and Mohamed Carlos. So this is 30 years. We're talking about less than 5 players. Even if you expand to top 8 or top 10, these are the only players that we've had coming from Sierra Leone that have played in like top 6 or even top 8 league. Well, if you put Celtic, then you have to put Belgium or Portugal. So that gives us a few more players like Bechet, but this is a long, long time ago. So there is no need for even go that far. Let's talk about now. And pretty much for the past 10 years, you pretty much have only 1 or 2 players. So we have to be intentional as a country, whether it's from government for invest in infrastructure, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Sports, and also the FA needs to have a intentional, proper player development plan and system.
Okay.
Um,
Let's just allow you for rest a bit. He's also a performance analyst, so you come and look at some of the stats we put together and tag Jumaba as one of our most valuable player as of now. Let's just come back to Korash now. Korash, once more, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, also.
You don't deal with so many players, and Jumaba is one of the player where you don't deal with as somebody where don't administer football, and you don't the setup of youth football system is something we're passionate about. But the reality speaks for itself. Jumaba break the chain of I want to include let's take Gordon Strasser for an example. After Gordon Strasser, now only Jumaba can break the chain for begin play in a top league in Europe from La Liga. It's concerned get the interest of the English Premier League, and now we're in the French League One. What do you feel like now the cause as soon as they administer football, like when we see many of our players they be featured in top 6 leagues across Europe?
Like what
Kendall.
Kendall just the talk. If you imagine and Toby, now Thomas Daddy Boy Makame club play now too tough. Obi be play na dry gun. So it's difficult for they get top player in Europe. Therefore, be honest. From the if we want to do like we can they say we therefore collaborate government, private sector, the federation around infrastructure like we say around government aspect. The private sector can support the FA around sponsorship. Now that from there the FA do proper youth program. You know why all the Strasser go Europe? Now because FC Cologne get better youth program. And moreover, you see how FC Cologne starts around them program. All the players the way they talk, so the Tete, the Boboski, Tete self playing at Turkey, Botaspor, all come out from FC Cologne around the program. You find out Sebak because he had terrorizing star with the play. You see the level where Buya go. You understand? Himself playing at top club them, you understand?
Before
yes.
Okay, the Swedish league.
Yes, winners go squad.
We'll talk about time here because
no, the example of
yes,
the player.
Yes, no problem. Sure.
So Dandy the tell you because he had terrorized, if he continue, he get many of them play because it be organized program around Orange. You don't understand? So likewise, all the players they already talk about so go to FC Cologne. Juma ain't get the opportunity because we get the attitude stuff around the size. You don't understand? From your aspect, I go follow say the federation for the proper youth system. If we get better academy there, we get better professional.
Now you say the federation forgets proper youth system, but this is an office where you occupy. In multiple terms, we'll talk to you. You know they receive salary yourself.
No, for me, why you not for too particular about wait. Why you not for too particular? Now like why they so back? If I get the opportunity for support, I go support.
So and then for bring me to the question. You get any foundation around youth system?
Yes, we get. Yes, we get. Yes, we get.
Can they bank on that, or can
I
they
shall say
with
with the new. The only problem I'm gonna with the new technical director. No disrespect na me close person na me brother. If for pulling hype and politics, football politics, and come up and malice, and work for Sierra Leone, work with everybody who intelligent. Then because for they do well, they therefore do lots of consultation. Take people idea, prepare the document, you don't understand. But if you monopolize them, if you say you understand, it's difficult for him, you don't understand. But I trust and say if you open up in pulling hype and politics, if you say in a technical director, it can do well around for develop the game. From the enough of malice, like we Gendo Deso, it gets Sierra Leonean, it gets your own input. So maybe they so say for be there as youth coordinator at the color, a consultant, say what you think, what you don't understand. So now so for work as a country, but without that, now after 10 years, after 20 years, you don't understand. I give you example now. You see Star Sports because they get better program. You see the club there with the youth player that they go. Youth players. So if you go to help them, they work hard, they will break through a bigger club than Europe. You don't understand? So the federation for add around infrastructure. They depend do well around coaching education. Because then they self they help for develop the player. From there, you know why they able to buy Juma? We were able to get identification of the player. You understand? For example, I know see me, like me, I see don't so you go say for play midfield. You don't understand? You go say for play strike. They no buy her. But
why don't go buy you Kurashi?
The size.
Okay.
The size.
Okay.
So for example, for me, the coach for no say okay by me size, I like I get talent, la go number 2 or number 3. From the offender one, they wait tall, who put their center back, who put their striker. Why if you say every 10 and they ask for Musa Tumbo? You understand? Why if you say them take, by tell them they don't take Juma? Not the size. Because the size they help around and set pieces. You don't understand, eh? So all land will therefore know, will therefore make clear the coach they know, will therefore count more experts than for able, like how I see now the defense for do coaching, then carry it around scouting, identification. You don't understand. The last interview more like he explained you how for identify player. You don't understand. So all them process then from the we forget lots of academies because the other thing back Toby. if we not qualify na the tournament, yeah, we not get top players.
That is I just want for
then they definitely.
Yes, I want for Cam to Kendall to that. Kendall, according to somebody where we don't be a youth football coordinator na the Salon Football Association say, if we not qualify continuously to youth football competitions in Africa or the world, we not able to get to players for let them play in the top major leagues in Europe. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course. When you look at like Nigerian players like the Oshimen, if you even go back to like the Obi Mikel, or if you even go even further back to Nwanko Kanu, those players, I mean, I'm just talking about one country, I'm talking about Nigeria, but we can go on and on and different countries. But those players were scouted while playing for Nigeria in youth competition. Obi Mikel was the second best player in I think it was the Under-20 World Cup behind Messi pretty much. The era there. Victor Osimhen, I think like 2015 or so, he was also one of the top players. I think it was a U17 tournament. So yes, qualifying for the youth tournament has a lot to do with it. To expose our players to scouts, and if we do well consistently in the tournaments, and then they go even attract scouts them for come on our country. But again, to get there are certain things we have to do better and properly back home. The scouting system has to be more like improved and more structured. We need for not only look at players them with a salon, but also take advantage of we foreign-based talent, not only for the senior team, but for the youth teams as well. There are lots of Sierra Leoneans below the age of 17 that are in teenage years that are in academies, top academies in England, even in the US, and in other parts of the world. Morocco, they went to the semi-final of the last World Cup because partly of their diaspora and talent, and then players and they will represent Morocco in that last World Cup, or even this last AFCON year so, where they make the final. More than half of the squad, about 60%, are players that were either born or grew up outside of Morocco. And one key factor for point out about them players today, Morocco not just bring them kind of the national team, they not just bring them kind of the senior national team. Morocco don't track them players, and so them players they also don't in a Morocco database, and they don't represent Morocco from junior level, from one of the junior squadrons. So we need to have that systems in place, proper systems in place. Maybe put on your website. Obviously, we have to track the players them ourselves, but also get a website and put on your website a link where if you're a foreign-based player and they don't know about you, they haven't really tracked you yet, you can go and register yourself. Say, okay, I'm playing for this academy here, so now Portugal or Belgium. People have been born in Gambia or somewhere. Say, for example, like the one at Gambia, the one at Salon, 1997, 1999, Bokusi Alenia, and they moved to Gambia. So people, I get some family were born in Gambia or even Guinea or even Ghana, then they to Sierra Leonean parents them. And some of them people, and they Australia or somewhere, but their mama and papa are Sierra Leonean, but they ended up the place. So we may not be able to track those players with our scouting system, which we don't even have. So a clear way access where the players and they can register themselves and come and can try out. So we need and obviously home back home we need to have like a thorough proper scouting system where we have scouts all over the region then, but most importantly as well, in addition to the scouting, I know say Courage
Yes, it's part of that aspect.
they do that somehow, like to coordinate and know the ins and outs in all of the areas of the country. But we get for make it much more easier to scout the player then back home by having a proper youth league system.
Okay.
So one thing about a country when it comes to football, we ignore the structure parts. We therefore institutionalize these things properly. And having a youth league, it's not about just organize the league and tell 3 weeks or 2 weeks before the league, you say we they call on all other 15 teams there for kind of meeting and stuff. You first get for set up the criteria, the structure. You get for make academies that register, and while they're registering, they have to meet certain criteria.
Okay.
So I've had this conversation with Courage while he was the grassroots director. So first of all, you get for qualify and register the academies then.
Now, I want to come back to you because the name of academy will only get stand name the plenty team. Let's come back to Courage. Sincerely, Courage, this is I want to forget you sincere response to this question. You don't move around the world with a couple of players. I remember you take a couple of players to Germany. This young man currently we don't go Israel or Ukraine. Saliu was one of the players where you move around with. But tracking back with the progress of the players is something where I go on for ask you and get a sincere answer to that. And we they move with these players for take them to Europe. What are the sincere feedback when they give you from the coaches or from the football directors that these are the reasons we feel like we cannot give contract to those players?
For me, I want to talk on with Ngendo, just talk around structure. Yes, for that, the structure around the youth system, the former technical director, I should say, in handing over note, he hand over to the new technical director. I be get the opportunity, they meeting the way Gendo they talk for, so I be get opportunity for go attend, me say be advice, me only to say let we develop because we even so we put publication or register academy them.
Yeah.
So the academy then they obviously are not saying that they for deal with. I be advice say if we get 10 or 15 academy, law work with them.
Academy gets so many requirements.
Yes, but if, for example now the requirements and they therefore with time for example the first phase this 10 criteria for example this 10 criteria we go accept this 5 but after this year around the infrastructure I be the situation and sure. So at the end the club then can develop around anything and they don't understand. As for the structure now like how they say back just now people are there around youth football youth program if we want to do well if we do lots of consultation. So the lot of consultation we able to help make better documents around how waiting our own philosophy, how one do and we don't understand. Sure. I go work per we put on a document from there I feel say we all go accept them. The question we ask, if you find out that way again that they talk so back around player in Europe, we do this will at U20. This young boy from England we go sign to Usman, so take them. Even Babadi, if we be part of we out in na Morocco, send several tickets. Isaac Babadi, we send several tickets for him, but the club not be end up. So most of the identification they will do we move many young boy them. We can join the U20. Even the U17, rather unfortunate one not be part of this U17. So we don't do another U20. Instead we don't identify lot of young boys there within 16 years now the entire Europe we be getting trial. Even some of the young boys they all go the under 20 because then at the age we decide for let them can wait. With the youth 17 come we continue. So like then their program they be there. I wish them go still continue around for do mixture around the one then higher and the one they under. For that question,
yes,
where you ask, moreover that program they are doing around player development.
It's part of the TDS?
No, not a part of the TDS.
Okay.
You find out say that program the Star Sport they work on so we see Kabia able break to so na Europe. You find out say we took him to Turkey, 3-month program, come back.
Kabia.
Yes. We took him to Russia, 3-month program, come back. From there at the end they get lots of them bigger club here where they watch and closely, don't understand. So now the same program. For example, Saliba, I know say difficult time now go to for trial. We get every call in Europe. But because we don't there around the system, he able break through. You don't understand? In first contract with them say na be 1 year. But because you go do it na the trial at the end they extend that to 4 year. So now then thing and they because for example if you take younger player now at the end he go Europe now for go do trial. It's difficult for him, you don't understand him for him first time. If you finally be the following around Bilili of Banter. We then say the cold they disturb him, is evident in the so now with that project we get for example 15-16 years you go then do develop program for 3 years, 3 months, 6 months, come back.
How the coaches, the football director, the performance analyst at the clubs then?
No, for me Mova then can analyze, I can give I get several players. You can say okay now this player don't win is go square. Why no get opportunity they will tell you say around 10 day he can score goal but now this way they score but we react sure we want now this way we want so now I make for me the best thing back who can do and like we get of this who forget academies because the academy they give the opportunity for train the player for like be top player. That's what they talk because if you train at the age of 15 years 13 years you know how for kick the ball, when and how for kick the ball, who side for watching shoulder, who side for do it. So at the end of the game, top. But if you watch a player then now saying at Premier League, the Premier League coaches then they can't train them. How for receive, who side for receive. So we know for dinner
then. So if it's at that top level of Premier League football, these are all the basics for
yes, all the basics there all day. So we need for rectify all people and they for train players, you don't understand? Not about just go get the coaching license, you all want go coach Premier League, you don't understand? Let people get qualified coaching experience around youth development, around how for develop player. Because if you develop the player, would they able get, for example, I see like Momai Kamara, the other Timbaku for doing a better agent.
I'll forget. Yeah,
better agent we
Kendall
yes, because if you will get better agent, but no disrespect for other the manager. Because I didn't at the aim of affairs we Center Figo almost take Momo. But because we don't do them private arrangements not where. So by 9 said before the top club in Europe. So we need
this will bring me the question to you. Then I will same ask Coach the same question. Where you in the opening statement you mentioned player like Victor Osimhen. Say Victor Osimhen gets being notified or come to the limelight in the under-17 FIFA World Cup. I want for come to saloon level. We don't get standout players who don't perform in CAF competitions. Like for example, the Nations Cup itself in Cameroon. The standout player in that tournament was the goalkeeper Mohamed Ed Kamara, popularly called Fabianski. We go to the under-20. Before even to the under-20, Momo set some highlights, being the best player, the top goal scorer in the qualifiers, and going to the competitions. Again, he was nominated all throughout till the end of the competition. But after the competitions are so done, we standout players can play in leagues. I can say yes, they are better than Sierra Leone League, but it's just like a little progress made. Where do you think we don't draw the line? Why make after players successfully perform in certified CAF competitions, but the recognitions are limited? Could it be agent problem, or could it be that it's the standard of the league or the play, or could it also be the standard of the ranking in both CAF and the world?
I I think it's a little bit of everything, different factors. Um, this is pretty much just my opinion.
Okay.
Repetition is one thing. So, for example, you get Mali, you get Senegal. Um, so, if I not say you always they produce players, even if your team not win the tournament, I not say, um, you they produce players them. So we go continue for signing you young players them. And connections which link into the better agents, good agents or whatever it is, agents that we get connection plays a role. Perception, I think this is a very very big one. And this is kind of like the elephant in the room and the sensitive topic, but from what I've heard from even from agents, not agents, actually, scouts, international scouts, is there is this perception about Sierra Leonean players that has to do with age cheating, and I think that's affecting us big time too. So in general as well, um, when you look at the players individually from a analyst point of view, as much as Mohamed performed very well at the AFCON, but scouts don't just look at performance, like the outputs, Scouts, they go and look at the details. And when you go look at the details, there are a lot of things that are working against someone like Mohamed. For example, his height as a goalkeeper. And certain way they make saves is kind of untraditional. So yeah, he made the save. But the way how he dive and the way how he command at the goal, the way they take the space and everything, um, from my knowledge of football, you could clearly see that it's untraditional. So you look at it as okay, he has raw talent, he has quick reflex and everything, but there are certain basic fundamentals that he lacks, like the way he goes about things. When it comes to Momo, um, Momo is a very good and very very fast player. I don't see any flaws in his game, particularly. Maybe you talk about for a forward, for his like his physical appearance, but he's not necessarily like a center forward. Where most center forward, you expect center forward to be tall and big. You can play him as a winger, you can play him as an attacking midfielder, and in those positions you don't really need any physical. You don't need to be tall or strong or big
Okay.
in those positions. From my understanding, he already done get contract with Minnesota United prior to that tournament. That count against him as well, unfortunately. But again, in general, um,
Well, he's also been linked.
we
He's
have
also
to.
been linked now with a move to Sweden. Well, maybe Kovacic is not here for that, but I could definitely want for we give you some clue around the player because he not work with this player quite. So only in that direction before we take a first break. Courage, with Momo, I go ask the same question. You go Cameroon. You Egypt. No, apart from Egypt, first Cameroon the Nations Cup. You go Cameroon, and you also go Egypt. Yes, we get players who then sign within under 20 day. Keita. For me, I think Keita also was very unfortunate because after we make the move to the Egyptian club, we see a couple of clubs where show strong interest. And you know more than I do because you've been there part of that. But you feel like say because of our league structure, the competitiveness of our league, also now one key factor would affect for one to get players will be featured in major leagues across Europe.
For me, the platform don't need it. Like the platform don't
After
need
after the 4 years.
No, yes, after the 4 years,
So now.
we just need sincerity
Okay.
around many things that we don't dey discuss so now. For Momo na like how Gendo talk na that Minnesota deal we don't do before. Na it affect for
so that delay be not happen just in performance na Liberia.
Liberia, yes, because some of we be stand for not do no contract law with after the Nations Cup. But we rather unfortunate, they now domain for take that decision there. Some of we be embarrassing for winner the AFCON. Who they were Sierra Leone vest. Top agent they say you are not serious in Sierra Leone. Top player like this to Minnesota, top player like this to Minnesota. You understand? So Minnesota, if I now say now the AFCON now they Minnesota do the news. Say now they own the player. So automatically if you want to deal with the player now Minnesota. So it be difficult around there.
What about Kabia? Kabia worked with you way with the sleeper.
Who's Kabia?
The midfielder.
Which midfielder?
There is
Keita.
Not to Keita. Not with the under. He be the part of the under 20. He play for Sleeper. Inside the Minnesota.
Oh,
in son him not Kabia.
Alpha Kabia.
Alpha Kabia.
Yes. Him.
He play under 20 in the show.
Yes. Him is good for me. It's good for him. For me. Because by the play, if you get that kind of opportunity there, you go get him.
Which you make you feel like say in the capacity for
around the different talent, different mentality, different, you understand?
Okay.
Now like they all go Nations Cup, they all go qualify. You see Momo outstanding. Momo na like Leo Messi, like Cristiano Ronaldo, na special player. And special player, na special player.
Okay.
Now the difference down the what they analyze around there too.
Yes.
So the special player for them at the top side. You understand? For let you win best players go score and qualify, you go do and back now the Nations Cup, you understand? So what they do, them block them before they go Nations Cup. So I like Real Madrid said be one time pass them by the clause now Minnesota. And the difference for America, the league, whether they sign the player like the federation, they tie you, for example, say even if the club will release you, we as federation how they accept. You don't understand? So like them buying clothes there is difficult in America around their own system, you don't understand? So now I make some of we not be one town a center of Europe. For example, if in Sweden we go start so and your Germany like I they say the top. If it is second division, first division, you don't understand? It can do well for breakthrough as they get playing time because not talented player. Keita, the Egypt League, if you follow the Egypt League, now one of the top league.
Yes, in Africa.
Around
and even
salary.
To the wall,
Thank you. So for him, now good breakthrough. Obviously around in contract because you know say me I'm part of Sleeper board. In a good contract for him. A good contract.
If he's in an advanced position for
us,
quick.
Yes, even now self he play. Now the starting player now. Now the team.
Coach, the issue about as well, I want follow go for break, but I just ask you this. They will take a break and come quick one back. I don't know how true this, but many people will say why Mohamed Kallon succeed aside of in talent. Now the agents we been get at that time. Salon been the dark side, will not get better. The only standard stadium we been get during Mohamed Kallon in era where break to Europe at the National Stadium. You go compare, but it's still for break all in chains than they because I cannot confirm that you say we get a Nigerian as an agent. You know better in that direction. You don't feel like say because of the level of agents them in this country also will be a factor. People away they take players and give them an exposure in Europe. How agents are negotiating. You know if you see one day to that standard dates, that's also could be a factor that affect you.
No, for me, we will continue for play better youth league.
Would they attract more agents?
Yes, because that way, get all the talk around HT, we'll play proper youth league around youth 15, youth 17, Premier League, Division 1. Because if you do within 13, 14, you get a league for play. If you do within 16, 17, you get a league for play. You understand? So they identify the player, you don't understand. And also now, HT, they talk about it, all less than Sierra Leone. You understand? Today that young boy when I go scar juice, you don't go to MRI, so you get justification. Say 17 years, you don't understand? Most of them will go the under 17. They are most of the last generation with Connor, the second generation, all of them are playing Premier League. You find out CSF, even the older player them, whether they play the Premier League. Now you identify another league, say the show say the rule. So around 8:30 we for play the actual. I can normally recommend say back around the program the whole left done the affiliated group like who get Western area we Port Harcourt affiliate to them. Kufa affiliate to them, Aspa affiliate to them. So then can give the responsibility for play U10, U12. You understand? So the districts then play U15, the region play U17, the FA play the
Elite League.
The FA play the TDS League because they use TDS League na identification. You don't understand? So if you play league so Toby, we need to develop player. We dey develop them, they no need for cheat their age because you play 10, you play 12, you play 15. You don't understand? We different structure, so they get more player, then train them well, we able to do well from there you get because if the player don't begin train at the age of 13, they go under 15, get exposure, you don't understand? From there get and scholarship, you understand? At the end of the play school league under who they help them around the educational aspect because then they self they able give them more talent. Go through under 17, can at the elite league, you can do well. So now that they will need.
Kendall, in response to Courage, do you agree with in submission we make earlier on in respect say we need to forget national leagues across the country. But what role do you think? You know, somebody we been know about the inter secondary school football competition.
Yeah, football for school.
Football for school.
Yes.
That is one way they under CAF and the inter secondary school football tournament where the ministry by then I be the Ministry of Youth and Sport.
Before Kendall can say, I want if we therefore be honest around the football for school and the school league, we for play and where the picking then they go watch.
Kendall, you also agree that
so
is the
if you then go watch them, you not go ever continue for play because they get riot. If we want the talent them, they will just pull them, then go play, then play. They watch for the talent identification.
Do you think we will take this conversation back to the schools? For let we able to start to identify them from there and give them a basic foundation. Courage able for defense say you get like 4 generation of players we don't work with, take them from under 15, you monitor them to under 17, then go 3 step to under 20. Some now they not the national team.
Almost
and
9 of them.
Yes, and even they monitor the last generation we work with the league. You feel like we should start thinking about taking football to the schools and just like how the Ministry of Education will organize them. For we get more athletes, particularly when you talk about football in this direction, you feel like we will go back to that?
Well, it's a mix of everything. Obviously, I'm a big advocate for school sports because I believe you cannot have a proper education system without a vibrant and functional interscholastic sports competition, not just football, but different sports them as well, should be active across schools. For what I have learned in sports management and education as a former high school football coach or soccer coach, as we call it, Yaso, having sports in schools is very, very important. So that is the job of the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Sports. But also SLAFA can fill that vacuum that they have the funding from FIFA for the or CAF for the Football for Schools program. They can leverage that and and partner with the Ministry of Education and forget a proper football competition across schools all over the country. And again, this is not just organizing league. What we are missing is the structure.
Okay.
You not to just go say, oh, when they make school league, you can register. No, like for example, even if you go to this FIFA TDS program, and Courage can correct me if I'm wrong because it was he was in charge few months back or a year ago. You have teams them where they participate in that league day. You don't even know how many days a week they practice, or if they practice at all.
Okay.
I mean, some of the organizers of them team and some of them are professional, now youth teams of so-called youth teams of professional club. Then it's like when you say you just go get a player then for them and go play. They don't even have any proper structure in terms of, will they practice every Tuesday or every Wednesday? Will they practice 3 days a week or 2 days a week and go play weekend? Some of them people, and they reach out to me for support them financially, for let them get water or whatever it is for them players them. And I find out from some of these teams that were participating in that TDS league, or that are still being considered to participate in that league, they don't even practice. They don't even practice during the league. That is clearly unacceptable.
Right.
You have you have to identify development partners, which are pretty much academies or whatever you want to call them, that meet certain basic criteria for developed players then. Basic criteria. You have to go all over the country and geographically identify academies them and provide the academies and with the necessary tools, which is the training. You have to train technical directors. Like being a licensed coach and being a technical director, those are two different. Obviously, you need to be a top-level coach first, but you need the training for being a technical director as well. So we need to provide those trainings we need to train technical directors. We need to train analysts. We need to train coaches how to administer or how to implement what you call IDPs. But even before that as well, we need a document that explains from scratch to finish how we want to develop players. How we want to develop players from age 6, age 7, all the way to age 20.
Okay.
How we want to develop players and unify football language for coaches, therefore understand to the simplest form. Waiting that we don't even get structure.
Okay.
We don't even get structure. I cannot reveal.
I want
when me and people are on the talk.
Before we don't even get structure. We don't really go into the time of our callers. So, but Coach, I'll make some respond quick. With waiting Kendall say they'll open the phone line.
For that way they say around team them they play, then they quite correct. Now will be starter and we decide in a pilot phase. If you find out the present technical director the Fed for do now some of them things in the weekend or just they explain so around the identification of better academy, around the structure. So some of them here now just they say if we forget better people then, for example, for can train, people are ready for analyze, for can train the coaches then at the youth, because coach will they develop player for now for develop I quite correct. Now my normal concern and they say not to every 10 no more. At the LQ they say so if we want to do youth league, we forget coach them for train force around it. You don't understand, say something they and people that they come around it, because for me, I know they didn't have them training, but I know say the normal train with the train a license, you don't understand. Another license with youth coach is quite different. You can correct me because we may not too technical person, you understand. So for me, that way talk say around for this second phase now way they want to do so now. They want to take better team there. If you find out say what they talk so it happen. Western United now they Division 1 because I play the 3 years. Most of the club they will not structure end up negotiate with them, you take them player at their hand. So now some of them thing and they so if you get almost 10 structure. And over around that thing they structure around the whole country, the structure they A day around the whole country. Now for just do the necessary structure, then no more. We go able get them better.
All right, let's pick some calls now. 079-994-993. My number that we will call this morning, and let's be part of this conversation. And please, we want to take multiple calls, so just limit time to just 1 minute. Hello, good morning.
Hello, me you and founder of some African movement for them as I had call for my question time.
Yes, go ahead, please, and make it point.
There's so many factors we need to play in you understand, maybe when they go now in a big club thing. Because even the coaches will say they probably understand when it comes to selection. Because look like Bellamy Academy, they play and they need the academy, you understand, we the coaches thing. But let them call over and under 17, under 18, under 19, under 20. They don't need the one. I don't know. Just because of them getting in play, we don't call coaching alliance Blackpool, then we call player in a Blackpool. We don't about them. Look like the Bundu, all laugh from yonder. Well, we actually, you know, maybe the train is Bellamy Academy. And they see able to don't two, the player then to be sacrificed. You understand? Because when you watch them, Mohamed Kalon maintain, we play Germany, a top flight in Germany. When you watch all them players, you watch Musa Kalon on that 17, you know, the player there. Really serious.
Sorry, Chairman, just 1 minute. So I want to do justice to everybody this morning because we get people away where we will definitely for talk to. So let's continue to take more calls in the program. Let's take this. Good morning. Your name is Sadi Kawi from.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, please. Yeah, but move away from your radio a bit, please. Well, it's unsafe if they listen with your phone. Just okay. Go ahead, quick and make your point because we get very bad feedback.
I'm listening through my phone.
Okay, where you?
Na the division 1 I want to learn identify for because we not understand what in a community league, what in a division 1. Because all the players see no man pick no more the same play division 1. We not the division 1 league. Every cup or not the division 1 team there. How division 1 they play? Really, let me.
All right, let's take more calls 079-994-993. Like I rightly say, we no want for let you exceed beyond 1 minute, and also would advise that you limit your points on the issue they discuss in the studio. If you go out of, then we cannot be able to respond to that. Let's continue with more calls. 079-994-993, 079-994-993. You can call and be part of the program. So we analyze them to outline several factors where we make one to see we see our own players that be featured among the 6 European leagues. If you see countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Senegal, even to Cape Verde, don't get a couple of players now will play in a top European league. So how will these all end up? Make we bring these 2 people as we guess. But let's take more calls. 079-994-993. And I know that's where you can call this morning and let yourself be part of the conversation. 079-994-993. As we wait for a couple of calls, let's just come to Courage back. Quick one, Courage. Let me now talk about, I don't mention in terms of structure, but I want to use Star Sports as an example. But before that, I just pick this and I can't in that direction. Yes, good morning.
Yes, Bakabo, Coach Ajina.
Yes, go ahead, Coach Ajina, make your point.
Yeah, this is always think about how to implement the most simplest way for long to play football. But the thing about our academy level or no level, like the analyze and so. We know that the right trajectory right now for doing kind of thing. And not think about this rising football or whatever and school. Don't allow fans them and go look. But we say think about our academy level, for example, like Bellamy, we're able to succeed. Now, for example, all the people that are ready, people that achieved in this country, when you get projects, you as Sierra Leonean, you put foreign for manage that program there, you go through. But we say, brother, for that you care for manage your business, forget it, let it succeed. Okay. So don't think about the simplest way, for not the way for them to get youth football. But we say academy level, we're not able. Thank you, sir.
All right, a couple of more calls, 079-994-993. So then they listen to the questions. I will give them some time for their response before we close. Hello, good morning. Yes, your name is Sadiq, are we from? Yes, Alia. Go ahead.
foreign white problem that
Ali, I would advise you kindly take a new side because we struggle with you so bad. So I'm not able to continue with that feedback they would get. Let's take 2 more calls, and I come to me, get them in the studio, respond to our calls, and then we will say goodbye to the program. 0799 993 0799 993. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Yes, your name or side call we from? Hello? Move away from the angle where you did, please. Move away from where you did. All right, I think with the struggle this person. So let's go 0799 993. We'll not take much calls again. We just want 2 more calls, and we will say we'll only calls then the first. Please not flash the line, because by all means, I'm not going to call you again. So please don't just flash the line. Hello, good morning.
German on the line.
Yes, German. Quick one, German, and make your point.
Yes, sir. What's the talk? This country academy, you know the problem we can get if we go outside, we go win game. Look like them female, would they be going? They still only picking in a load. They put a lady, they go to team. He happy as we win games or lost, they scatter the whole. So it's the academy not there. So don't forget about that. The ball like whether it's the one play, they play, but that coach didn't know. They didn't encourage us. So thank you, sir.
All right, one last lucky caller. Then we are done for the program. One last lucky caller this morning, and we will go say goodbye to the show and allow guests them for response. So I think let me just come straightly, and we're not able to pick more calls again. So if anybody call at this point, we cannot pick more calls. I want to start with Courage for get your response from the callers and which you make up of what they don't say.
If I'm not sure they talk about academy, not for the federation for the academy.
For get your response.
You don't understand? We they talk about academy teams then for like how FC Calon the fit for develop the feel so, and it's a final already the fit for do now the academy likewise Star Sports, you understand? So because if we don't get 10 of them and they we go take player they don't train around the national team, we can do it. Then country they call Somali, Nigeria, now because they get better academy they we don't train the player. So for example, if you take them player and they keep them 2 months around organization, it's easy for the coach, you don't understand. For another aspect, then they talk about. The youth league then go continue, like what you say, out and then gain the way they overseas, so how they think around there, not so. But with time, we can able to put them in place. We target for 3-4 years, we can reach there. Okay. What's at the end, just around compliance and very honesty. Because if you the federation they talk about compliance, if there will be genuine, you don't understand the compliance not for me to for target people. Let be normal compliance where they able help for let the game develop. You understand?
Okay.
Because the game not all about say power for do the compliance now. Because if you want to do compliance, you therefore watch around the infrastructure, you watch around the finance for able to support the club them back. You understand? All lentin and so if a car it's a tour, so it's easy for let able work so.
All right. Kendall, quick one to you. You respond to the callers, and which could be a few words as we
see the ask for Star Sports.
Yeah, I will come. Yes, let's just cap up with you. I want for you Star Sports as a case study. The Bellamy Foundation helped for elevate salon players, but according to report that government will be for help when it be resigned back then, when APC be in power. Could Star Sports become the team for solve and bring it to the minds of the Great Bellamy Foundation?
Obviously.
How I intend for doing?
For we now projects, not about the CEO or the chairman. It's about the project for sustain. Star Sport project now like the Right to Dream in Ghana, the Futa Foot in Senegal, the Alali in Egypt. You don't understand? I make if you observe if you get talent like we Gendol and Deso, we go approach them. Around say local work na this institution where at the end we can able go, for example, like say we go approach them because the federation and office them feel say therefore work with them. So like we as better organization go approach am. Sometimes for can't take coaching education, you don't understand. Then stop. Then if you see today, we tap the service of Ali Bita around the media aspect. You see how we media the push. You see we take Ronald from the Sierra Leone Football Association. You don't understand. For Kawuk with Star Sport, you see today I be part of Star Sport where you don't work na the federation. You don't understand. You should take the former head coach of the national team. You don't understand. We get partner them way they fed for you see today. We don't go take an Eastern Tiger for youth team. You don't understand. We get partner they all they work with all over the world. We all learn they collaborate.
Okay.
So for Star Sport, it can for stay. We program directly in our youth development program.
All right.
We after we launching, we go officially announce we 5-year project around Star Sport. But Star Sport can for stay, go stay. We hope say we could be example for other people for able to do that kind of investment day.
All right.
At the end for develop Sierra Leone football.
Kendall, I come to you. You respond to the callers. And quick one, we expect of it to be wrap-up statement.
Yeah, first of all, I want to commend Star Sport for the massive projects where they unveil. I think about a week or two ago. That's very impressive, and that will definitely be the first of its kind. Those kind of facilities, and I wish you guys all the best. To the caller, Coach Agina. Is it Coach Agina?
No, not saying. Yes,
okay. Yeah, because he's like a family. He was like a very close friend to my uncle, who also played for Edwards. But academy does not mean say you get forget like a hostel for players. Like you get for educate. Like academy does not mean that you get forget this old building where like Bellamy Foundation. Academy is about the having youth teams and the developing youth players, and you get to have everything in place. So I will approach it differently in terms of youth than what Kurash lay out. But again, this is just difference of opinion. For example, I think the FA should take U14 and older. Now, the academy, you get to categorize them, you differentiate them, and the FA only they manage the category 1 academy, or you can call them elite level academy.
Okay.
So now that elite level academy there, you identify a certain number of them at Freetown, and you go to the different provinces them. You identify certain number, and it should not be a whole lot, because when it's a whole lot, then it dilutes the talent, because you have to share the talent. So in the entire country, we get 12 provinces or 14, if we count the new one them where that they created a little over a decade ago.
Okay.
So no more than 20, maybe 24 academies them that have the resources in terms of finances, in terms of access to facility, and can be able to implement the FA, which is SLAFA development program. The English FA, even though they have Manchester United, they have Manchester City, the English FA has a lot. They control, you get what you call English FA four-corner model.
Okay.
You get what you call English FA Youth Advanced Youth Award. The four-corner model is basically the document we discuss about how to coach, how to develop players, and how to scout talent, and all that. And That's what every one of these academies, Manchester United or Liverpool, that's what they're all following. And in order for you to be considered as a technical director or as a director, even an age group director, now any of the youth academies in England, you get forget what we call the English FA Advanced Youth Award. That is a coaching license. It's a diploma. That is in addition to your UEFA license. And you even go further for the one that were not technical directors. The English FA have what you call a technical director license. It's like £12,000. It's pretty much more expensive than some master's degrees to go get that technical director license. So the FA need for qualify development partners, people that were willing for spend the money, will get the resources all over the country and support them. For develop players and for set up academies and nationally from under 14 and older. Now, from the younger age group, under 6 or 7, it can be run through the districts or region or whatever you call them, but the FA needs for provide the guidance and training and monitoring as well. And these academy too, if you not maintain certain criteria, you can be relegated from category 1 to category 2. And once you go category 2, you're not in at the FA again. It no matter the age group. You can be a U16 or U18, or but if you're not the category 1, you're managed by the district. So the district can manage all the way to U20 as well. But the non-elite level, the elite level, I think, should be managed by the FA at least from U13 or 14. And again, they have to meet certain criteria. And one of them is, how many days are you practicing a week? You have to practice 4 days a week as an academy. And we know we get afternoon shift and all that in the day. We centered it around it. So if the afternoon shift the player then day, then go train in the morning. So the FA need for like navigate this type of things and figure out a way. Because one thing where I had a conversation with top official at the FA a couple of years ago, and even recently, they're talking about opening regional academies then. That's not bad, but you cannot reach that many players as an FA for train them on your own. We get the clear Fontaine, now France, we get regional academies them, but you do need private academies them, and you need them all over the country, and then you can support that now with your own regional academies.
All right. Plenty thank you to we guest them Kendall Decker from the United States with Spiaway. In time for we look at this issue, we don't bring out some solutions which we think if we improve on those areas, we will get a couple of players we will play in top major leagues in Europe. Plenty thank you to One Team Football youth coordinator Almami Courage Conte, we na a board member na Star Sports Academy. Stoke Slipher, recruitment officer for Star Sports Academy. Plenty thank you to DJ Wonder with technical support. Abubakar Bendu, and I make you watch me on the Facebook page. So we'll meet again tomorrow. Mina Mohammed Kagbo to say goodbye and thanks for listening.
Right, 1xBet.com.